You place a lot of trust in those pieces of paper in your pocket or the numbers you see in your banking app, don't you? You say, this government won't collapse. You say, this system is too big. They won't let it fail. Let me let you in on a secret. Throughout history, people thought exactly the same thing. A merchant in Rome couldn't even fathom that the denarius would lose its value. Imagine a trader in the Roman Forum in the 1st century BC. Convinced his silver coins would hold value forever, the empire stretched from Britain to Mesopotamia, unbeatable. Yet the silver slowly vanished, value eroded, empire crumbled. The British pound was the same, empire where the sun never sets. Currency accepted worldwide collapsed in the 20th century. Soviet ruble, two people thought it, eternal until 1991 overnight wipeout. Today the story repeats. Those digital numbers feel safe behind government guarantees. But the guarantor is the same failing system, and when systems fall, they turn on you first. The illusion runs so deep people refuse to wake up. But history screams, nothing is indestructible. Everything breaks eventually. Rome collapsed because it stole the silver from its own coins. Emperors melted down existing silver currency, mixed it with copper, and handed it back to the public. At first, no one noticed, but it had become a lie. Now, look at today. What is the difference between central banks saying we are printing money and a Roman emperor adding copper to coins? There is no difference. Your labor is being stolen. Details: Neuronadis Silframpercent to 90%. Later emperors accelerated by 3rd century denarius silver below 5%. Inflation exploded, bread prices 100x in a year. Army pay insufficient. Rebellions? Today? 2005 to 2006 global M2 money supply up 40 to 50% post-pandemic in many nations. Official inflation 3 to 5%, but food, rent, energy up 20 to 100%. This is inflation tax, silently taken from your pocket, funneled to asset owners' stocks, real estate, gold holders. Rome added copper. Today we add digital zeros. Result identical. Your labor, someone else's gain. In the 1600s, people in the Netherlands were paying as much for a single tulip bulb as they would for a villa today. Then, one morning, someone stood up and said, wait a minute, this is just a flower. That day, the system collapsed. Do the massive gains you see on stock market screens today remind you of anything? History doesn't repeat itself, but IT rhymes. Tulip prices peak 1636 to 37 rare bulbs, equaled 10 to 20 years artisan salary. Futures traded hand to hand, everyone said this time different, then burst. Prices minus 95% in a week. Thousands bankrupt. Economy shaken? Today? 2021 GameStop, Dogecoin, 202 for 205 AI. Crypto tokens. Same? Speculation? FOMO? Different this time, lie. Bubbles inflate from greed blindness. When they pop, truth hits. Value came not from fundamentals, but collective madness. In 1923, people in Germany carried their money in wheelbarrows. Currency had become that worthless. What happened in Lebanon just yesterday? People couldn't withdraw their own money from the banks. If you can't touch your money, it isn't yours. That money is just the system's debt to you. And debtors are the first to turn their backs on you when things get tough. Weimar hyperinflation, coffee price doubled while you sat 100 million to 200 million marks. Wages in sacks, burned for heat. Lebanon since 2019, dollar accounts exist but inaccessible, banks claim shortage. Still in 2026 lira down greater than 99%. Argentina peso vela vale. Common thread paper money. When system fails, reverts to paper. Inaccessible money equals never truly yours. Crises are the art of taking from the unprepared and giving to the prepared. What happened in 2020? The world stopped, yet the rich got richer. Why? Because governments printed trillions of dollars, and that money didn't flow into the pockets of the public, but into the pockets of asset owners. Which side are you on? Black Death 13471351, population halved. Survivors consolidated land, wages rose prepared won. 2008, banks bailed out, millions lost homes. 2022, trillions printed, stocks, real estate boomed. 2026 still ongoing asset bubbles inflating, unprepared wealth erodes, prepared multiplies. You must choose sides. You're either the transferred from or the transferee. Right now, there is a mountain of unpayable debt in the world. Debt is spending your future labor today. This is modern-day slavery. You don't have shackles, but you do have installments to pay. The system wants you to stay in debt. Because a person in debt cannot rebel, cannot question. 2026 global debt 350,360 trillion, 3x GDP. Young people born into 30 to 40 years mortgages, credit cards, student loans. Half salary too, payments. System loves it, indebted work more, question less, risk less. Slavery no longer physical financial. Your chains are on the payslip. Fear is not a plan. Own real assets gold, land. Stay liquid. Cash waiting on the sidelines during a crisis offers you opportunities. Invest in your skills. Your greatest capital is inside your head. And never put all your eggs in one basket. Practical. Buy physical gold. Silver better crisis hedge than cash. Productive land. Garden, small farm food independence. Emergency fund, 6 to 12 months expenses liquid. Expand skills languages, coding, repair, farming produce value instead of jobless. Diversify, currencies USD, gold, crypto, countries, assets. No single basket drop it, and everything's gone. My friends, illusions always shatter. When you look at your bank account after watching this video, don't just see numbers. Feel how fragile those numbers are. When the storm comes, only those who are awake can abandon ship. History is a mirror. Stay tuned. Stay with the truth. Wake up and your life shifts. When numbers melt, you'll see opportunity instead of panic. The game is changing old rules obsolete. In the new world, only the awake, prepared, and realistic survive. Stay real. Stay vigilant, the storm has already begun.